Hey, it's me, your boy Blue Getsuga, and today I'll be doing my Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier analysis. Today I'm going to be doing Battlewasps and Blackwings. First up, we have Battlewasp. Battlewasp is a synchro. It's an insect synchro deck that was introduced in Arc 5. It's a pretty introducing. It's a pretty interesting deck, and it's really fun, despite it only being seen played twice in the anime. Like, the pros are because of Master Rule 5, you can actually spam synchros. Not that you did that too much to begin with, but you can do that now. Insect support is pretty good, especially the Link 3 insect. I'm not sure why I didn't run that card when I first, not really first, but when I did my last Battle Wasp video. I'm not sure why I didn't run it. Anyways, next we have it can swarm with ease, and no, that wasn't meant to be a terrible pun. It can really swarm pretty easily. The deck has their own soul charge, and that's pretty nice. I wish more decks had in-theme soul charges like Battle Wasps. Battle Wasps are what most archetypes should strive to be, not splashable engines for other decks to abuse and to eventually get banned. I like the swarm cards in the deck. I like their own monster reborn because it also protects your monsters, so that's nice and decent. This deck can OTK because you could do a whole lot of burn damage off of Halberd, off of your Azusa, and off of your Darts effect. And it's good going second. You can run a bunch of great going second cards and wipe your opponent's field if you want. Also, I forgot to mention, this deck works really well with Infernal Reckless Summon. Okay, now for the cons, I would say this deck can only play through 1 to 2 negates, because this isn't a meta deck, so of course it's not going to be able to play through 3 plus negates. So that's kind of a given. And this deck needs more tuners and more Battle Wasp monsters. Because as far as this deck goes, it's a little unsupported. I mean, you only have 5 main deck Battle Wasp monsters, and some of the other insect support aren't that great to run in this deck. But so far this deck is really decent. I'd say it's a tier 3 or tier 2.5 deck. Because this deck can easily get over certain problem monsters, and this deck can float, which is what I should have added here. This deck can float. There. Next, we have Blackwings. Blackwings is a great deck. It's a fan favorite, and it's also one of my favorite decks. I mean, granted, that doesn't mean anything considering that there's a lot of decks that are some of my favorite decks. Anyways, the pros. We got Master Rule 5, so that's great. It has great utility because you have a lot of synchro monsters that do a lot of things, like pop things, get over big monsters. You have one that's the towers. You have one that revives level 5 or higher Blackwing synchro monsters, so on and so forth. This deck can OTK. I mean, granted, it's a lot harder to OTK now than it was before, but this deck can still OTK. This deck can also swarm because this deck was made in not Master Rule. It was made in like Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, and cards were notorious for not being once per turn during that era, so you don't have to worry about Bora the Spear being once per turn. I mean, a hard once per turn, and same thing with Gale. The spells and traps are amazing. Black Whirlwind is an excellent search card. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Most of the spells and traps are good. It's just that some of them you wouldn't run because consistency error and back row isn't as powerful as it used to be. Anyways, this deck is good going second or first, which is also really nice. This deck can't play through more than, like, usually can't play through more than 2 to 4 negates, which, just like with Battle Wasp, is kind of a given since this deck isn't really meta or, you know, broken. Plus, yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. So I would say this is tier 2 material, unlike Battle Wasp, because this deck actually has more versatility than Battle Wasp, and yeah, I would say that's just about it. Plus, Full Armor Master is a really good boss monster. Anyways, tell me what decks you guys would like to see me talk about on this series. You can like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, or don't. It's fine. Anyways, that's Blue. Wow, I messed that up. I'm Blue Getsuga, and I'm out.